Hello, welcome to Sports This Morning. We're reaching live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakman.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Molbe.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
Okay, let's get the show started now. Match day 14 of the Nigeria Professional Football League will get us talking. We'll tell you the story. 23 goals scored, 1 away victory, 1 game, no show. And then we'll tell you about the new trend going on in the Nigeria Professional Football League, particularly the games played in Lagos. Match day 14 story will get our attention.
What happened to Giwa FC? That's a big question. What's happening to that club? Okay, let me talk about another club whose dream is getting closer. Now, the impossible dream is becoming possible right now for Leicester City. But champion is still on the ice. They will have to wait to see the outcome of the game between Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea tonight. If Spurs get to lose that game or even a draw, then Leicester definitely are champions. The first time in their history. That's what happened.
I don't think Leicester will mind actually waiting for a couple more days or even another week, to become champions and for the first time in their history. Also on the show, but this time in Formula One, it appears there's no stopping Nico Rosberg after he made it 4 wins out of 4 with a dominant display at the Russian Grand Prix. Austin and Cecilia, if we date back, rewind back to the end of last season, that's 7 wins in a row now for the German Nico Rosberg. Who's going to catch him? It's starting to look like a scenario of catch me if you can.
That's right. Catch Nico if you can. No stopping Nico at the moment. Lewis Hamilton tried.
He tried.
What a champion
race
he is. He gave everything he could to that race.
From 10th.
And from 10th on the start grid and to second. Massive. I know there was a time he was 4th and then he did a pit stop and went back to 10th and started racing again. But the story from Russia was Sebastian Vettel. He needed seconds. That's crash
out.
And it's all. Remember what I was telling Cecilia that all you need is just 2 crashes and then 1 engine failure and your season is over. Oh my God.
Wicked.
Yes.
Now, I'm looking at Nico Rosberg now. I think that the story is all about him because right now you're having a driver, who has won 7 races in a row, but he's not concerned about what happened last year. He said his focus exactly on this year.
Yes.
And I talked about the fact that usually when you have a driver winning the first 3 races of the season, it's difficult for anyone to catch up with him. When you talked about engine failure, of course, crashes and all that, that's why it just happened.
But
take a look at it. Right now, 100 points, and Lewis Hamilton is second, about 47, right? He's on 47, and you're having Nico Rosberg on 100, and it's going to be difficult for Lewis Hamilton with his mistakes and everything that is happening to him. Well, I don't know if he's going to be able to catch up with him, but Nico Rosberg is definitely the man to beat this season.
Yeah, at the moment, that's what it looks like. But Cecilia, it's still a very long season. Yeah. Just 4 races in, and like Austin has been emphasizing for the past couple of weeks now, it doesn't take a lot to wipe out a 43 points
Formula One
advantage in Formula One.
If you win a race, 25 points.
So there it goes, and mechanical failure, crashes like we saw with
wrong pit stop, engineers giving you wrong strategies. Sebastian Vettel was wondering what happened. Remember
there was all the negative things that could happen to him.
That's what makes Formula One what it is. It's not about the speed. It's about the pit stop, about the scratches, about the sort of tire you're using at a particular time.
It's not about the driver alone.
It's not even about the driver. There was a time they were telling Lewis Hamilton to do the pits. They said, "Leave me alone," because he's not ready. He understands that if he goes to the pits, it'll be difficult to catch up. So that's Formula One for you. I feel bad because we came here last week and we said that Sebastian Vettel is already putting up a good fight.
Yes.
And then this happened.
And then that happened. And I'm very unfortunate for Seb Vettel. But let's remember that what's his name again? The other lad. Yeah, that's not Kia. That's Kia. That's the guy that actually caused the crash.
Yeah.
I'm talking of Vettel's teammate.
Ricardo.
No, it's not Kimi Raikkonen.
Yeah.
Exactly. He finished third in that one. But what a lot of commentators have been saying, in pre-season was that Ferrari are starting to show a lot of pace, and they might just give Mercedes a run for their money. But from what we've seen so far, it doesn't look like it at all. Yeah,
no
it's
stopping
all
Nico.
No stopping Mercedes.
And Lewis has a lot to prove also. Says I'm the champion. I can also put up a fight. So while you're trying to catch Nico, also try and stop Lewis Hamilton.
Exactly, and they've not done that so far. I mean, Lewis Hamilton came from 10th on the grid to become second. So that says it all. The other teams have their work definitely cut out for them, and it doesn't look like we're going to have a competitive season I don't think so.
I'm not actually looking forward to one. You know, that's why I wouldn't mind. You know, the two of them having some bad days and all that. If they can, if that should happen, maybe 2-3 occasions can have someone. Kimi Raikkonen can actually, you know, take over. But it's going to be difficult for Ferrari this season because what Mercedes has done in the last 2 seasons is something that I think all the cars actually need to just look into and check what they've done that's really working so well for them, because anytime Nico Rosberg gets to win, he says he's driving a very, very fantastic car.
Surely they have the best car. There's no two ways about that.
That's what happened when it was Sebastian Vettel at Red Bull and Mark Webber. Exactly. They thought they had a fantastic cars and can do everything. When it's time for the DRS, they just disappear. But what is it now?
It's gone. So Mercedes is taking
over. So it's not just about the car.
I think Ferrari actually need to do something, because even yesterday, at least something bright in their history, they recorded their 700th podium finish.
But that's not good enough. That's not what they want. That's like a moral victory for them, because they want to be challenging, you know, for the constructors and title as well as the drivers' championship as well.
I totally agree, because they're also a winning team. Ferrari.
Surely,
Okay, let's listen to the champions.
Yeah, I mean, with Kimi, I don't know if he was expecting me to overtake there, which that was great. And the second one, with Valtteri, I mean, it was from quite far back, but he didn't seem to defend, so it was quite easy.
No, we tried today and had a pretty okay start. Managed to get past Valtteri on the first lap, but again, after the restart, same like last year here, we just don't have the speed. And he managed to get me, and then when I was trying to get past him, obviously Lewis got past me, but we just had to try to run a bit longer and pass them, and managed to do the Williams, but not fast enough for Mercedes.
Okay, that's it. So reactions coming from the Russian Grand Prix. A good one. Let's also mention that what's his name? Nico Rosberg has now equaled Michael Schumacher's record of 7 wins in a row.
Incredible
but
stuff.
Vettel still stands as the highest, 9. In 2013, when it was a Red Bull. Remember that period where everything was
all about Red Bull and Vettel, So it's the turn, it cycles really. It's the turn of Mercedes to dominate now, and that's what they've been doing for the past couple of seasons. And I think it will continue this season as well. And still in Rosberg, I think his dad will be very proud of him. His dad used to be a Formula One driver as well too, and you know, watching his son actually, you know, achieve, you know, great things on the circuit, it's just an amazing feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, from the circuit, and move straight to what's happening in table tennis. I mean, the NTTF lists about 20 players for the under-16 national Super League that we talked about the last time. So we have 20 players already for that.
That's a good one. Coming from the under 16 level. Remember, a lot of we're asking questions that after the national under 16, the first phase, what's next? The NTTF, they thought about it that we can't keep these guys idle. So now they've given us names that we can talk about. Remember, 20 players, they will compete for the Super League. Now, after this one, guys, remember, we're going straight into the Nigerian Open. So you see, these guys have been busy. You know, some of them that were part of this same under 16 league went for the junior circuits in Urges, you know, so we can now see that they're making a lot of progress. Even at some point, Esther Ribamiche and Anima Shao had to leave the tournament and go. So it's a very good one.
Surely, definitely. Some of the names to look out for in this Super League are Augustin Emmanuel, Sukarat, Ailagon, and then we have others as well. We have Kudus, Soma, Orok, Etim, Taiwo Martin, Michael Obayomi, Gabriel Akinduro, Obayomi Martins, Olade Oyenekon, Joshua Olawoyin, and Solomon Mati. That's in the boys' events.
Definitely, you have so many of them. And the final is going to be May 14th. So these players you're seeing right here will be the one competing in that under 16 Super League. That's a wonderful one. I believe new talent definitely be on earth in this one.
Exactly, and one very important initiative that I like as well too is the fact that there's going to be like a seminar at the end of the competition where Shegun Toriola and Funke Oshonaike will come in and actually, you know, try and